Namaskar, friends. Let's look at fundamentals of health. There are seven essentials for good health. What are they? Air, water, food, excretion, exercise, rest, and mind management. All these seven are absolute essential. 3 to 4 liters of water every day, two bowel movements in a day, eating only twice in a day when hungry, and maintaining the same timing. These three things will give good gut health and insulin sensitivity. 45 minutes of brisk walk every day, stress management so that we know how to handle the stress, 7 hours night sleep, and we must check D and B12 vitamin levels and make sure they are adequately maintained. See, remember, don't drink water 20 minutes before eating food, while eating, and until 2 hours after eating. Water and food should not be put one time in the stomach. Eating multiple times means what? We are all habituated to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 1 or 2 times snacks, 1 or 2 times coffee, tea. And if somebody offers something in between, we have a habit of popping in the mouth, which amounts to eating 6 to 7 times in a day. And on top of it, we also consume high carb foods like what? Refined rice and, like bakery items, cool drinks, and all that. And also coffee, tea, etc. So what happens in a day, we are having multiple times eating and drinking, other than what anything else is food. They will cause over a period of time poor gut health and insulin resistance. Other than water, anything else one puts in mouth is food, which requires digestion and spike sugar and insulin. Friends, water does not require digestion. Other thing, anything else require digestion. Once it is digested, there is a sugar in this bloodstream to control the sugar. Insulin will be there, and over a period of long time, high insulin levels for a long duration of insulin in the body will cause insulin resistance. See, look at friends. The human body is designed to maintain a sugar levels between 70 to 120. That means when you're fasting, it should be around 70. Below 70, people will get dizzy and all that. Glucose is not sufficient. Beyond 120 for a long periods of time can cause damage to the body, especially blood vessels. That's why the body is designed to maintain these levels. When it is fasting, it is around 70, 70 around, and then after eating the food 2 hours after that, the sugar levels will have to come down below 120. How this is achieved? By of insulin. What happens? Insulin also is detrimental to the body. It can cause inflammation to the body. Insulin also cannot go up. In the fasting, it should be 3 to 5. After 2 hours of eating, the insulin level should come down below 30. But what happens is that immediately after eating, the insulin levels will go very high and then bring back the sugar levels. See, look at what are the, there are four key blood markers, friend. What is that? One is fasting insulin, very, very vital parameter and a blood marker, and HbA1c and fasting glucose. Look at the friends. So ideal means what? Fasting it should be 3 to 5. HbA1c is 3 months average of sugar. It should be below 5%, and fasting glucose should be 70 to 85. So when we want to check the insulin resistance, fasting glucose multiplied by fasting insulin divided by 405, it should be below 1.5. In that case, what is the status of sugar and insulin in the blood? Sugar will be okay, insulin will be okay. Now, what happens? The second stage, when people start having these habits of not, drinking sufficient water and eating multiple times in a day, and that to high carb foods, what happens? Over a period of time, the sugar levels will be still under control. Look at it, still in green color, friend, 99, below 99. A1C also below 5.6%. But look at the insulin is gone up beyond 6. Beyond 6 means it could be 6, 10, 20, 15, 20, 25 also. So I've just put above 6. Now that time the insulin resistance is above 1.5. When we check the sugar level or HbA1c level at that time, it will be below, it's within the control range, below 5.6% and below 99. But since insulin is high, insulin resistance is gone up below beyond 1.5. Sugar is okay, but insulin is high. That time he is not non-diabetic, but he may be obese, he may have blood pressure, they may have PCOD problem, they may have cardiovascular diseases, friends. Second stage, this is insulin resistant second stage. This is pre-diabetes. What happens? Pre-diabetes. Sugars are reasonably okay. Still, it is below 125. HbA1c is between 5.7 to 6.4%. But whereas the fasting is beyond 6, As I said, beyond 6 could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 also. Insulin resistance is above 3. At that time, also pre-diabetic condition, also many times you see the sugar is okay, perfect, but insulin is high. Many other times they are only checking fasting sugar, PP sugar, or random sugar or HbA1c. These things will be under control because the body does not want high sugars. But at the cost of maintaining the sugars, there are high insulin levels. High insulin means it will add up to the weight of the body, and it can develop to obesity, blood pressure, cardiovascular diseases, PCOS, and all that. But still is pre-diabetic only. Even then, it doesn't require any medication, only lifestyle changes. Let's look at the insulin resistance third stage, that is diabetes. That means what? The HbA1c has gone beyond 6.5%. Fasting sugar is beyond 126. And fasting insulin has gone beyond 6. As I told you, 6 means it could be 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 also. Whereas insulin resistance has gone by 5. What is happening? The longer duration in the body, high insulin is there, or and that would cause insulin resistance in a period of 5 to 15 years. That time people have high sugar, high insulin also, which is not at all good, which will damage the specifically microvasculars like eyes and then kidneys and peripherals. Now, this is the fourth stage, friends, severe diabetes. That means what? They are already having high sugars, and by this time, the insulin last 10, 15, 20 years, pancreas has been working very, very high, producing tons of insulin and maintaining the sugar levels. By the time pancreas lose its capability, and that's how the insulin levels will come down. If you speak to the mainstream medical doctors, they say diabetes is happening because of two reasons. One, insulin is not working, or insulin is being produced less. Look at what is it not produced, it's not working. It is not working because of insulin resistance. Why insulin resistance happened? Because friends, if you're subjected to anything long time, higher intensity, you will develop the resistance. Say, for example, a person who is selling flowers. Initial stage, he get a lot of perfume, but after 10 years or so, he cannot feel the smell of the rose, I mean the flowers, but he gets the smell of anything else. Similarly, high insulin in the body over many, many years cause insulin resistance. That is the root cause of all the health problems. So what do we do, friend? How do we get rid of, how to become insulin sensitivity? And we discussed about good gut health. How do we do that? Immediately after waking up in the morning, preferably before sunrise, drink 1 liter water, focus your mind on your stomach to go to the first bowel movement. Once you finish the first bowel movement, only you are licensed to get engaged into the world work, any work, going for a walk or anything. If you without clearing the bowels, you don't engage in any other activity, friends. After that, go for a 45 minutes of brisk walk only after first bowel movement, and spend 20 minutes in the sun to improve D vitamin. Once you come back from the walk, rest for 5-10 minutes. Again, drink 1 liter water. Focus your mind on your stomach with an object of going to the toilet. Don't engage in another activity. Then you'll be able to go to the second bowel movement. By Third, next is maintain 14 to 16 hours overnight fasting, friends. Take first meal when you're hungry. Take first meal when you're hungry and maintain the same timings. What you want to eat, just look at, learn things. What is the good carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates? Don't take refined foods. Don't take, packaged foods, so high sugary foods. And then find the good fats. What is good fats? These especially ghee, and then cold pressed coconut oil, sesame oil, groundnut oil. They're extremely good. We can use them plenty, and you make your food tasty. And only thing is avoid refined oils and this Tata salt, which is a free flowing salt. You can use Himalayan salt, use cold pressed oil, ghee, make your food tasty and eat. Between the meals, between two meals, we are suggesting only 2 meals in a day. In between 2 meals, you should not eat anything else except water. Yeah. Now, after 2 hours of the first meal, suppose you finished your first meal at 1 p.m. So at 3 p.m. onwards, until the second meal, until before half an hour, drink 1 to 2 liters water in installments. Right, friends? Then second meal, take second meal when hungry and maintain the same timing. Now the question is again, decide what you want to eat. What is the type of food you want to eat? How much quantity you eat, and what are the timings is absolutely to your convenience based on your workload and all that. And primary guiding factor is hunger. If you are not hungry, don't eat. And then if somebody is keen to prevent or reverse like diabetes, what is diabetes? Diabetes is nothing but is diabetic and at the same time obesity. PCOS problem, blood pressure, CVD, etc. One time you take the natural food. What is the natural food, friends? This is the first food you can take, homemade food, anything. And you can also have, if you are very keen to improve your health, you have vegetable juice around 11 o'clock or so, and you have your first meal at 12:30. Either you decide whether to have a cooked meal and an uncooked meal, your choice. Second time, it is better to eat uncooked meal, preferably in the evening. It is easier for you so that you don't have to make your spouse work in the kitchen. Have you natural food is what, friends? Sprouts, soaked nuts, seasonal fruits, and then cashew and dates, and then groundnut, etc. And if somebody is diabetic, so what needs to be done? We need to avoid the high carb foods. First of all, avoid rice and chapati also. You can have for some days, few days, you can have salads, you can have paneer fry, you can have some eggs, and a bit of non-vegetarian, you can have organic stuff, and vegetables made of ghee and coconut oil, and you have nuts and all that. This would help you not to increase the sugar levels in the body. If over a period of time, continue using the medication, follow this approach. After a few days, keep checking your fasting sugar and PP sugar, and talk to the doctor, and definitely will be able to reduce your medicine. Friends, these are the few people who have benefited by following wellness secrets. And my name is Gangeshwar Rao. I'm not a doctor, friend. At one time, until 2014, I was taking 11 medicine. Look at these 10 parameters. These are the 10 health parameters you must check. What are they, friends? Daily medication you should not take. Your weight and waist size should be as per your height. Your blood pressure should be below 120 by 80. Insulin resistance, I told you, it should be below 1.5. Fasting insulin should be 3 to 5. Fasting blood glucose below 99. HbA1c should be below 5.6% in non-diabetic. Lipid profile, triglyceride should be below 100. And high HDL should be above 60. D vitamin should be 50 to 100. B12 should be between 500 to 900. See, most of the time, friends, fasting insulin test is not being recommended. If at all it is recommended, also the range is given very large range. They say 3 to 25, but ideally 3 to 5. Similarly, D vitamin B12 also the range is 30 to 100, but try and maintain above 50. D vitamin B12 above 500. Friends, if anybody is interested to improve their health, they can join my Wellness Secrets WhatsApp group. They can call on my number 9840852996. Thank you very much for listening to this. And knowledge and discipline are the gateways to your health, friend. You must invest time so that you can acquire the right knowledge. With the right knowledge, with the discipline, you can improve your health within a span of 3 to 4 months. Thank you very much for listening. If you like this video, please share to your friends, subscribe. Thank you very much.